What's up, guys? Irvin John here with thefitnessjournals.com, and I'm going to be answering another question. This question, let me just pull it up real quick just to make sure. How long can one see results using, the methods that I've used? Now, obviously, if you have any sense, that comes down to you. Now, I'm going to get I'll give a more concrete answer. So there's a few factors you could look at. Your genetics, the amount of effort that you're putting in, compliance. Let's just say compliance. Your genetics compliance. I think that's like the main thing that you could look at when seeing how long can you expect to see results using like similar methods that I've used, and thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of other people have used the same methods that I've used, because that's simply the way you get it done. Now, to answer that question, it took me let's say from the time I started calisthenics, which was about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, to now, I went from not really doing any calisthenics ever before, doing basic, like I said, playing on the monkey bars as a kid and stuff, but not using it as a primary source of exercise.
What's going on, everyone? It's what's the date today? December 5, 2012. Me and my boy Brooks that finished doing a little ab workout there. I haven't done my abs in a little while, so don't mind but right now we're working on a, let's say, 3-week ab workout plan. That's what we'll be doing. So today is the first video I'm making for the time, and tomorrow we see we might be a little bit busy tomorrow, but what our goal is to do our ab workout routine every morning and every evening. So this, we're trying to get it nice and cut up, you know what I'm saying?
So it's been about 2 years. You can say that 2 year from strictly, total calisthenics beginner, not being able to do, 50 strict push-ups, 7 pull-ups, clean wide pull-ups was my max, and from that level to now, holding the human flag for 53 seconds, doing planches, doing planche push-ups, doing handstand push-ups, doing front levers, back levers, stuff like that. How long can it take you to see those type of results? Now, you have to focus on the basics. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. Once again, you have to focus on the basics. Once you get the basics, under your belt, man, the sky's the limit. You're like, okay, I pretty much mastered the basics. I got clean form. My strength is decent. Doing these simple, basic exercises. And then, for me, honestly, most of the more advanced movements, I just gave them a try. Like, I didn't train up towards them. I would give them a try, and I would say, okay, hey, I kind of feel the way that this move is supposed to be done, finding out the movement patterns. That's really, like, developing the skill. That's what it took to develop those more advanced movements, figuring out the skill, psychomotor skills. As far as strength and seeing muscle growth, it's not one thing that I've done. I started lifting weights. I did that for 2 years, and for 2 years I lifted weights. I didn't put on a whole ton of mass, but it built a nice foundation, muscular foundation for me, and I was able to carry that over, the strength, the power over into calisthenics and build upon that. So I did martial arts as well. So all that stuff kind of comes together to give me those results. So it hasn't been like, okay, 2 years, 4 years, and I'm here. No, it's been a progression of all these stuff coming together, and that gives me the results that I see now. But in terms of seeing results in general, no matter what you're doing, what kind of effort are you putting forth? Are you going in with a lazy approach? You get into your exercise. When you feel tired, then you stop. No, if that's the type, you're gonna be seeing results way, way, way down the road than when you could be seeing them. So if you're pushing your body, if you're pushing your limits during like each exercise, you're getting past that limit. You're like, okay, I feel like stopping right now, but I know in my mind this is where the exercise begins. I'm not doing this to maintain. I'm doing this to push myself to a new level of normal, and that never stops. You're always climbing and climbing and climbing. So you have to always be pushing your body's limits. If you're not doing that, you're not going to progress. I wish I could tell you that a fairy would come around and give you a little tap on the head and boom, you got those gains, and that's not the way it works. So you have to put the effort forward. That's the compliance aspect of it. Now your genetics. some of us have been, genetically blessed. I like to say had some genetic blessing for sure. But that is no excuse. There's no substitute for hard work. No matter how genetically blessed you are, yeah, people use that as an excuse. Oh, I don't have the genetics you have. That's why you're able to progress that fast. I'm like, man, this guy's kind of stupid. I'm sorry. But hey, that's not the way it works. Your genetics will determine how far your muscles can naturally grow, the way your physique looks, the aesthetics, the symmetry of your body, your muscles. Talking about your abs. That's what your genetics will determine. But genetics is not an excuse. There's been people who have poor genetics and they've been able to see tremendous amount of success. In their physique, their skill. Genetics doesn't give you skill, so that automatically is thrown out the window. Genetics doesn't give you skill. You have to work on that and develop that. So just to answer that question once again briefly, don't want to make the video too long. If you guys found this informative, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and well, definitely subscribe because we got a lot more videos coming this year, 2016, and I hope that I can add as much value to you guys as possible. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.